Hello guys, this is FortDefender. Today we're going to be breaking down this deck here, my Pokemon TCG deck. That is a grass steel deck. So yeah, we're going to be breaking it down today. It has some of the newer sleeves, but probably going to start with the Pokemon. Okay, so these are the Pokemon of the deck. The rest of the deck's right here. But first off, we have Dhelmise V. And this card we don't have the VMAX for, and I'm actually okay with that, because this guy is kind of like a revenge shot Pokemon with the Anger. We have so many grass types that we can get some quick damage for 1 energy if we really need to. And the Giga Hammer usually is to take something out really powerful, and then maybe I would switch out, and I'll explain how I would do that later. But that guy, he's just kind of there as more of a support. Same with the Galar and Stunfisk. He actually can do some big damage if you need him to, and if your opponent lets me, if my opponent lets me get a lot of steel energies, which I do have in this deck as well, then I can get a lot of HP, which makes Stunfisk really hard to take down, especially with Trapping Bite, and it needs 2 colorless energies, so that makes it really easy to get some good damage off. So I really like that card with the potential it has. Flapple V. This card actually works great in its own, just with Sour Spit, causing the opponent to need more energies to kind of stall them. And if I can, maybe I don't even take damage until I can get enough energies stored up or something like that, and then I can play Flapple VMAX. And Gmax rolling, that's just really good with the 250 damage. I really like that. Then we have a newer card that I've been kind of trying out lately, which is the Celebi card, Celebi V from Chilling Rain. And I really like its attack that allows you to attach a number of grass energies from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. That is really good if I can get a lot of them at once. And then also with Slash Back allows me to go right back to my bench, or it only takes 1 energy to retreat, which I really like that. HP could be better, but it's more of a setup card as well. Then this Buzzwole card is really good. The more prize cards I take, the better it gets. It heals. It does a decent 60 damage that can be boosted. Well, you would win if you took 6. So you can do 160 damage with your 5 prize cards, and I think that's just insane for a card that only needs 2 energies. So I really like that card. Scyther doesn't get as much time to play, but if I really need to, it only takes 1 energy in 2 turns. If I want to do Swords Dance and then use Blinding Scythe, that does some decent damage. And then I would usually have this in my hand and then play Raid, and that does some damage. Also, Guard Claw can keep them alive a little bit longer, kind of stall, but we usually don't go for those unless we have to. Butterfree VMAX, this is one of my better cards with being able to confuse and poison the target, and then do a decent 130. But then we also have the Rainbow Butterfree VMAX, which allows us to do 150 and confuse and poison the opponent, which is really good. I really like that. It's really powerful. 300 HP, mind you. This Galar Meowth, it has Evolution Roar, which I'm fine discarding 2 cards. Sometimes I have cards I just want to discard, or it works better when they're in the discard, which allows me to evolve him. Then Claw Dagger with 80 times 3. The chance to get 83 times is really good. So I keep him around for that off chance that I just get really lucky. And I've had him help me take down some really strong Pokemon before. Sometimes I've gotten all 3 and it worked out fantastically. Then we also have the Scizor card sitting around to get rid of special energies and tool cards if we need to. And then a decent 140. Then this Scizor VMAX card. Kind of like the other Scizor, really. It deals 90 damage, 630 less, and then Max Steel Spike. Again, not insane or anything, but it does some damage. It has some pretty good HP as well. Then we also have the shiny Eldegoss. It kind of just allows us to use support cards multiple times, because that helps us deck, and then allowing it to just float away with the 50 and all the damage like that. Then we have this Zacian V card. Zacian is an insane card all by itself, so you can already tell why we have it. If I couldn't attack, I would just use the ability and end my turn to get cards into my hand. It allows me to draw cards, charge up Zacian, and I'll explain more why that's even a better card than it appears. Rowlett, not too much use, or Dartrix. But Decidueye, it's a really, really good card with it being immune to damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's V and GX. Those are the ones in the rotation currently, so that helps a lot and has some pretty decent damage that allows you to hit the bench. So that pretty much covers all of the Pokemon here. Next we'll go into the trainer cards. Okay, here are the trainer cards of this deck. It's not as many as you would think, but first off we have Dan here, which it's a really fun card. It's just like a really situational card with allowing you to draw 2 cards and then your opponents play rock, paper, scissors until somebody wins. If you win, draw 2 more cards. I just love that. It's so fun to do something like that. It's so random. I like that it's actually an official card, unlike ones before that have kind of done something that's a little bit odd, but usually those are banned. So that's kind of cool. I like that card. Transfocus, all around solid card. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Just a solid card all around. Evolution Incense. This is fantastic. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. It's fantastic for getting those really good Pokemon like VMAXs that evolve. Air Balloon, lovely card with being able to retreat. It's 2 energies less, so that's really, really nice. Then we have this berry here, and I don't know, it's kind of just like a potion. That's pretty much what it does. I don't know, I kind of liked it, so that's why I kept it around. Honestly, it doesn't really have a special use or anything, I just liked it. Sonia, really good card, really flexible, being able to search for 2 basic Pokemon, or up to 2 basic energy cards. That's just really good, so we actually have 2 of them. Have one right there too. Then this card here, Turffield Stadium. During each player's turn, the player must search their deck for evolution grass Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into their hand. Again, helps us evolve really quickly. If the opponent doesn't have grass Pokemon, then that's not going to help them either, so that's really helpful for us. Great Ball, getting Pokemon. The Big Charm is awesome, getting 30 more HP, especially if you put that on Stunfisk. That's fun. Then we have the Rusted Sword here. That is for Zacian V. It does 30 more damage if 230 wasn't already enough, which can't take down a lot of VMAXs, but if you get a little bit more damage off from the bench, attack them and hit them on the bench and then bring Zacian, maybe you'll get them. Rotom Phone, a solid card overall, allowing you to look at the top 5 and choose one of those cards. Marnie, I like that for messing with your opponent. It's actually holographic. But each player shuffles their hand, puts on the bottom of their deck. If you put the cards on the bottom of the deck, then you have to draw, well, you would draw 5 cards, your opponent draws 4. Makes them, if they have a huge hand, makes them get rid of cards, essentially, or put them away for later, which can interfere with them. Again, Team Grunt, this kind of interferes with the opponent as well. Put an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon back into their hand. They still have that energy, but it's pretty cool because then you can kind of slow them down if you consider that. And if it's paired with Flapple, that can be kind of dangerous. This card, it's very situational, but it's a full art and I really like it. And it allows me to draw 2 cards. Yes, it could be a hop, but I like being able to have that chance of drawing 2 cards right off the bat. Then we also have Pokemon Central Lady, solid card all around with healing 60 damage and removing all special conditions. The Quick Ball, again, another solid card for finding Pokemon we need. Then the Struggle Gloves, you can see this deck is Steel Fire, which is weak to fire. Sorry, Steel Grass, which is weak to fire. And so that means that the Struggle Gloves, if I'm battling an opponent with a fire deck, that's going to be really helpful. But I don't usually battle against fire decks, so maybe that's something that comes up in the future. It's kind of a situational card that I'll get rid of if I'm not battling a fire deck with a Quick Ball or whatever else needs to be, like I'm trying to get rid of it, like with Meowth, a card to get rid of. These 2 usually are the ones to go. But yeah, I really do like the item cards in this deck, and it's pretty fun. So these are the energy cards of this deck. We have 10 grass energies here, 10 steel energies here, and then extra grass and extra steel, which is made up by the trainer cards only having 18, and then the twin energy here, which is made up by only having 19 Pokemon. This deck is very energy heavy. I definitely want to have that extra steel energy, or at least 11, because Zacian, we want to charge up as fast as possible when we get it, because that's a quick victory if we do it correctly most of the time. so you gotta be careful there. And I like just having all of them for the Stunfisk card. That helps a lot, and some of our attacks are pretty costly with some of the Pokemon in here, so that's why I have so many. Also, my deck it's kind of a hit and run with some of the Pokemon in it where they might be retreating, coming back in, part of the strategy, so that's why I want to have more energies than not. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much this deck. Hopefully I can showcase it for you guys soon, and you can see why I really like this deck. But maybe this helps you out with your strategy. I don't know. It's not as structured as the last deck I showed you with the ball guy strategy, but this is more evolve quickly, hit hard, hit fast, and switch out if you need to. Really stall your opponent, make sure they don't get prize cards. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. And if you liked the video, I really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.